Hello,
Hello.
Explorers! It feels so quiet, doesn't it? We don't have the TV on. You got a plain backdrop. You don't have our little intro that we have because we're doing
No.
StreamYard.
Halloween has come and gone.
It's
and
sleeping.
so is everything back of us.
Yes. But happy Wednesday, everyone. We are happy to be back. We
November
have been
15th.
gone for the last couple of weeks. So we'll explain that a little bit. But can you believe, Greg, it's already November 15th. Next week is
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Your thing's not turned on.
It closed.
So let's get it going here. But how is everyone out there? We'll say hello to the people here in a minute. As we have commercials at the beginning of it. Exciting. Cool. So we will, today's show, we are going to be talking about our experience on the Carnival Celebration. So this was our first time on the XL class. First time, obviously, then on the Carnival Celebration. But this is our third Carnival cruise. Second ship, because we've been on the Radiance twice, which are the shirts we're wearing, the Carnival Radiance shirts. So we have a lot of fun things to talk about. We also will discuss the fight on the ship. The big old fight that we were next to.
Fights.
Yes, there was actually a couple of them. But I won both those against Greg.
Whatever.
But Greg, why don't we welcome in our explorers who are here today?
We have RobFuz. Wow. Angela Nemechek, Anne Hanley, Just Dave, Jennifer Chatelain, Mary Ellen Dillon, Dave Whiting, and George in Atlanta. Welcome.
Welcome in, everyone. Now,
George said, okay, I'm freaked out. There's not a single holiday decoration in sight. This feels weird.
Right.
And Katie Jackson.
Welcome, Katie. So we were fortunate enough to meet for the first time. We have several people in the chat that we were able to meet for the first time. And that was Anne Hanley, which I have to say, I did a great job remembering I met everyone except for Anne. And that was because Anne has this beautiful red ginger hair. And we did a pub crawl. I think it was the second day. And it was dark. And I didn't really recognize her beautiful red hair. And I said, oh, did we meet yet? And as soon as I said it, I was like, oh, stupid Derek. But I will tell you, I will never forget Anne again. She's also from Buffalo. So let's go Buffalo Bills. I didn't know that. I didn't know she was from Buffalo.
Sir Gary of the Beaches is here.
So we met Gary. We've met him before, but he was on the cruise.
We met Mary Ellen Dillon.
Yes, that was fun. Katie Jackson.
And Mike Jackson.
Yep.
Well, meeting everybody was nice and fun to meet them for the first time.
Yes. And
see the ones that we've seen before.
And Dave is here from Dave and Brandy's excursions. We hopefully will meet you guys soon. But
Dave Whiting. I thought you meant just Dave.
Dave.
Wait,
we haven't met Dave yet, but we will.
We did meet Dave. We met him in Vegas. Dave, we met you in Vegas. I know we did.
Did we meet you, Jeff?
Yes, I remember him being there. Destination Fun, welcome.
Yes, Sherry. We met Sherry and her husband Danny on the ship. We definitely miss you too. You guys have so much energy. You're always smiling, and it was great to hang out with you guys. I'm glad we got to spend the time with you that we did.
And I did shave. Oh my gosh, it's not somebody new. It's just me. This is what's below it.
But before we do our little dilly, it's going to be we won't unfortunately have a Thanksgiving show next week because with me working in retail.
Sorry.
With me working in retail, I'm going to be working Wednesday night. I'm going to be closing just to make sure we have all the pricing and the promos ready to go for pricing. Sir Gary the Beaches, thank you so much. Destroy all video. Thank you so much, Gary. We will explain what
Oh.
Gary means by that.
We'll destroy the video, but we might have the backup too.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
But thank you for that. But
Oh, thank you, Katie.
just kind of went on the last couple of weeks. So we found out at the
I look like a little boy, Angela said.
we found out at the end of the cruise that the person that we rent from, they had passed away. So this was our cruise went from Sunday to Saturday, well, Sunday to Sunday, but the Friday before we left the cruise, we found out that the person we rent from, they passed away that previous Monday. So they passed away on the 23rd. We sailed out on the 22nd. And that was a shock because, one, we didn't know that they were sick. And we were thinking, what's going to happen? What's going to happen with the rent on this place? I will tell you, for the last few years, as we've been trying to work on our channel, we've been going on cruises, paying off cruises, booking cruises, paying off cruises, going on cruises, without really the focus of, owning a house. And it was a huge wake-up call and really stressful to think, what are we going to do? So the last couple of weeks, we took time off to figure out our finances to see where we were at. The good news, as for now, I talked to the owner's mother, and she says currently they are not going to be selling the place, so we could stay here if we wish. I have a feeling it's just going to be temporary, but needless to say, we don't have to move anytime super fast. So,
well, and we might be buying the place
correct.
too,
Yeah.
once it is up for sale.
So we're trying to get our finances organized and shape. So when that does happen, if it's not here, we'll have options elsewhere.
We have had people reach out and try to
help.
support us and help and everything. So thank you very much to
Yes.
those individuals, and just thank you everybody for your support in general with us being on our show and everything.
Yes, we really appreciate it. So we thought we would do a couple of dilly dillies today. One, bless you. One to honor Kevin, who's the one that passed away. So Greg, show them what we have. Those are the 2 bottles there that we are going to drink. We're going to do a combination shot, and it is the pumpkin spice rum chata, because
it's cold
when you think
from the fridge.
When you think of Thanksgiving, you think, at least we think, pumpkin.
And Southern Tier pumpkin whiskey.
And that's the one that Dave...
Looks like the San Francisco Giants every time I see that.
That's the one from Dave and Brandy's excursions. They said that distillery is near them, somewhere close in Pennsylvania. So we are going to do a shot for Kevin. He was only 55, and he had a quick illness that took him.
Cheers.
But cheers to you,
Dilly
Kevin.
dilly.
Dilly dilly. George in Atlanta, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
That is incredibly nice.
Thank you
a
so
little
much.
bit for the house fund, celebrating my 10th year as a homeowner. It does give you some financial benefits that are worth exploring. Good luck. So
thank you so much.
Thank you, George. I really, really appreciate it. Daniel Fields just made it. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you,
Daniel.
We did have a cruise in February on the Carnival Panorama that we were going to do with some friends. We ended up canceling it just so that financially, we can get things in order. And even though we found out that we're still staying here, we're not going to rebook it. We do have another cruise coming up in April for Derek and I, and we
special cruise
do not plan on canceling that one.
No.
And we do still have our group cruise that we are planning on doing later next year. So that's kind of further out. So hopefully things will be better at that time.
We had 4 cruises booked last year, and we might keep the 2, which would be, as Greg said, the cruise.
We are keeping at least one.
Yes. And then also our group cruise.
Holly Ayers, welcome.
Who we finally met. That was
I
so awesome to meet
know.
her. And I believe her husband's name was Mike, wasn't it?
I think
Was it
so.
Mike? Was it Scott? I think it was Mike.
And
I'm pretty sure it's
Holly,
Mike.
just in case you forget who we are.
Oh my gosh, be nice.
I am nice. I'm Derek. I mean, I'm Gregory, and that's Derek. I did it on purpose. I'm just giving her a bad time. I know people on our polo groups, I don't know how or why, but they always get us confused. They call me Derek and they call Derek Gregory. I mean, it's fine. We're basically the same person and how we think and stuff. I mean, he'll talk and I'll finish the sentence, or we'll say the same things at the same time and laugh at the same time. So it's like we're mentally in sync. So,
and it is Mike. It is Mike, yes. And we also have Nancy Fields is in here too.
Who's Derek? Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome, Nancy Fields.
Yes. So thank you for joining us. We had a great time with them.
We just wish
never
we
forget
could spend more time with everybody. There's just so much to do and see and people to meet, and not everybody was available or they were doing their own thing. And actually, Holly, I was going to chase you down because I saw you guys walking on the ship by the coffee area, but you were so fast. I was like, oh, I'll get to her later because you guys, I don't know where you were off to, but I was going to try to catch up with you, but you guys were zooming it. I don't know where you were going, but I remember that.
We also have
Cruising Koozies.
Yes,
welcome.
And it popped away from us. Where is it?
They're on the treadmill, and Lindsay will be watching upstairs, but they're watching us, so thank you.
Jamie Wellhite popped in, our friend from Arizona.
Gary said, I heard your PayPal go off.
He heard the PayPal.
So people on the cruise got sick. Some people got COVID.
Thank you so much, Gary.
I can't see where. Oh my gosh! Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're like this, and I'm like trying to follow.
Sorry.
It's okay. So some people got COVID. Some people got the flu. Some people got a cold or cruise crud or whatever you want to call it. I tested myself and I did not have COVID. Derek never tested himself, but if I don't have COVID, I doubt he did. And actually, I got it worse than he did anyway, as far as being sick. So mine is still lingering. I'm not like sick, but my nose, my congestion is, I feel like I need to blow my nose all the time. And when I blow, sometimes hardly anything comes out or a lot comes out. And we both cough. The cough still lingers. But I know a lot of other people have gotten better.
And some are still sick.
Yeah, I haven't given in and gone to the doctor yet. Derek actually got me a new Mucinex that came out that's supposed to cover everything under the sun, basically, for a cold. So I took 2 of those today. We'll see how that goes.
Ryan Richard is in, our friend from Victoria.
Welcome. Oh, Katie still has a cold. Oh my gosh, I hope you feel better. Yeah, and it is cold weather-wise here. We did get some rain. We are trying not to turn on our heater.
Trying to save some money.
We can save money. We're dressing warm.
As I'm in t-shirt.
Well, I'm in a sweatshirt, and yeah, I'm trying to stay warm. Thank you, Rob. Roland Jong is here. Welcome.
George said, Sailing Celebrity Summit on Saturday. We have yet to try Celebrity. Might be my last trip for a while. Prices are getting a little nuts. I travel solo with my group, and solo prices are not friendly at the moment. Yeah, it's tough because you have to pay for, unless you're in a solo room, you have to pay for both.
Well,
a double occupancy.
I think
Rob,
cruising in general, I think, is starting to get a little pricey at times, depending on where you go, what ship you're on, and things like that. When you have 2 people, you can split the cost, but when it's one person and you don't have a solo cabin, it can get pricey. But just in general, I think things with food and stuff like that, I know See the World with Chris, he usually gives us updates, and they've been raising prices on the specialty foods and things like that. So it's getting different.
Anne said she tested twice and was negative. She has the 12-hour Mucinex, which is what we had, and then we ran out a couple of days ago. She's feeling better today.
Thank you, Ryan. We actually haven't been on in 2 weeks, so you really haven't missed much. But Orange Comb Vlog, welcome. Lindsay Koosgard, welcome.
And poor Lindsay, what a you could tell she was in pain on the cruise. We were also fortunate to meet her and Mike, and just to see her in pain. She was out of action for a couple of days, but when we saw her at the end of the cruise, you could tell she was suffering. So Lindsay, hugs to you. I hope you feel.
It was nice
so
to
much
meet
better.
you guys, though.
Yes,
definitely.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Gary said, "Split the cost. Tell that to Eva, please." Derek and I always try to split the cost with the cruises and things like that. I mean, yes, we're still paying together, but we're splitting it so that it doesn't seem so much, if that makes sense.
Ryan Donahue is here. We met him. Ryan's from Boston.
Well,
and we met him on the Carnival Celebration. So it was great to meet you, Ryan. And we got a chance to talk a little bit, but hopefully when we with the group cruise in Boston, hopefully we'll be able to hit you up and get some pointers from that. But
people that are taking Mucinex, Mary Ellen Dillon. So the newest one I think is called Mucinex Fast Max Cold and Flu. And it really does cover everything under the sun. Sore throat, fever, chest congestion, cough, sinus pressure, nasal congestion, sinus congestion, headache, body pain, all in one. So if you can take that kind of thing, I recommend it. I took 2 of them because it's 2 per dosage, and it seems to be helping. So I hope everybody feels better. Sherry, Awesome Sunsets Travel.
Welcome, Sherry.
Welcome.
Another one we had a chance to meet. We're going to do another drink in honor. We're going to do another drink in honor of our friend Kevin, who those of you who came in late, that's why we haven't been on for the last couple of weeks, because the person we rent from, they passed away, and we were trying to figure out buying options and different things. So another drink to honor him. This one is, with it being Thanksgiving, what do you think of Thanksgiving, Greg? You think of cranberries. So Canada Dry
like this one.
has a cranberry ginger ale, and we're going to mix it in. Well, we already mixed it, but we got the Captain spiced rum. So Greg,
I don't know how this is going to taste.
Let's see how this goes down.
Cheers to Dilly. God bless him.
We should have probably done the blueberry vodka, not the spiced rum, but that's all right. That's to you, Kevin.
That's interesting, but yes. that has no reflection on him. It's just the drink.
Jamie said she was having FOMO while you guys were on the cruise, but now with all you getting sick, virtual hugs to everyone. So let's talk about the cruise, Greg. We've been about 20 minutes into the show. We were part of it
was a horrible cruise. Didn't like it at all. Couldn't stand any of it. No, I'm just joking.
We were a part of the non-group cruise.
It was basically a group cruise,
and it was do what you want, whenever you want, how much you want. No, that didn't sound right. There was really not a lot of
anything wrong.
There was not a lot of organization to
do what you want, eat what you want, go where you want, kind of thing. And we got together with people when we could.
So the hosts of the show were
the show.
It was a show. It was Adventures Ahead with Josh and Michelle, and Beach Please, who Betsy really did a great job of. She was a travel agent and booked everyone through that. So it was Betsy and Mike of Beach Please. So thank you guys for doing that.
Yes, and we did have a great time, and it was really nice to meet you. I couldn't stop hugging her like when we were leaving, and I was like, be careful, be safe, safe travels. And I kept touching her or hugging her. But it was nice to meet everybody and hang out with everyone. I don't know how Betsy still has a voice after yelling on the
pub crawl.
The pub crawl.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. She had her punk rocker hair going on. She reminds me of Pink.
She reminds me of Belinda Carlisle.
Oh, she reminds me of Pink for some reason. The singer Pink. What is he doing with his tail?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Our cat is, he picks up his tail and he's like trying to clean his tail off. That's so cute.
Okay, squirrel moment.
It was, but look at it, it's so cute.
The demon cat. The cruise, we left out of Miami.
Oh, God.
We left out of Miami. It was a 7-night cruise. Greg, do you remember the ports we went to?
I don't remember the cruise. I'm just playing. Yes, we went to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and we went to St. Thomas in Amber Cove.
Yes.
And
3 sea days.
yes, in
3 sea days.
Amber Cove we've been to, St. Thomas we've been to, but we never been to San Juan, Puerto Rico. So, I actually wasn't really scared this time going up the lift in St. Thomas like I was the first time. I knew what to expect, but I still don't like that huge line where you have a pole here and a pole here, and the line's like dipping down as you're going up, but on that lift. And we really enjoyed Amber Cove. That was interesting this time.
St. Thomas had been our excuse me.
I said excuse me.
St. Thomas had been our favorite Caribbean port and port in general until we went to Bar Harbor, and that was our favorite port. And we basically did the same things on this trip in St. Thomas. We went up the gondola to Paradise Point, and then when we came down, we went into the pirate shop. The difference is
Disney Nerd Herders, welcome.
The difference is on this cruise, we went into to view the museum, where the other one we just went into the gift shop. And that was a really good time.
Yeah.
Welcome, Charlie and Stacy. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, welcome. It was fun. It was a fun thing to do, the Pirate Museum. I wouldn't do it all the time, but it was something fun to do. And I don't know what Angela means by "you won't let me swing it." Maybe the gondola?
Oh,
heck
yes.
No, you ain't
yes.
swinging no gondola. Jim from More Sunshine, please. Welcome. Season's greetings, Jim.
Welcome, Jim.
Jim, I don't know if you were on Tuesday. I was so busy with work, and I meant to check out your show. If you were on, I apologize. We'll have to watch your
replay
of it. I can't think.
And yesterday I had the funeral for my friend in the morning.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on here, actually.
Yeah, it's been pretty stressful over the since we got off the ship. It's been pretty stressful. Actually, at the end of the trip, when we were on the ship and finding out he had passed away,
we were stressed. We got bad news. We were sick.
Yeah,
and then we came back, and
work was crazy.
Stressful,
it was crazy. But you know what? All is good, and
we did get blessings in disguise.
Yes.
And
cool.
Good things came out of this as well.
Jamie said the quilt she made on her bed is made from fabric she got in Bar Harbor. That's pretty good. Bahaba.
The quilt I made it.
That's cool.
On my bed is made with fabric. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, Greg, let's talk a little bit about. We have a list of good and bad. Do we want to go over that since we're already almost halfway through the show, and then we can just
let's
kind of
do
talk
the bad
about that
first and end it on a good note.
Okay. So, and I would tell you there was nothing on this ship that we thought was horrendous. Greg has, when we went on the Carnival Radiance, Greg was less of a fan of it when we first went on it. We went on it was a 3-night. We went with Honey from Beach Life. It was his birthday cruise. It was only three nights. So a 3-night cruise on Carnival is party central, and just trying to get acclimated to that.
And I think it was more because I was in pain with my foot at the time, so I didn't really enjoy it as much. But the second time around was a lot better.
We enjoyed it. It was a Halloween cruise.
Yes.
It was literally Halloween when we were on the cruise, and we had so much fun on that. The only other part is we went on our favorite. We did a side by side. We did the NCL Bliss for 5 nights. We got off that ship and we went on the Radiance, you can't compare the NCL Bliss to the Radiance in terms of quality and beauty. But I would tell you we had a really fun time on it. So we were looking forward to what Carnival offered with their new class of ship and what they're representing. And I would tell you there was nothing on here that I would say I am never going to sell Carnival again. I think every cruise line will have their good points, and every cruise line will have their bad points. But as cruisers, if you enjoy it, then you're always going to make the best of the situation. But I was pleasantly pleased overall with the Carnival Celebration.
I did forget one thing on there, but that's fine. We'll go over it. No, I'll remember. We'll go over it when we do the bad part.
Okay.
Because that was really bad.
Do we want to do the good first?
No, I want to do the bad first.
Okay. So I would say, again, not in order of any level of bad, and these are going to be really minor, but I thought the bad thing is with Carnival, and they do that also on the Radiance,
Gary,
is the hours of operation for dining. So as I went through my Suhek binder, so if you guys don't know what the Suhek binder is, that's from the show The Middle, but this is the binder that I make, and I put
it's like
different
our own
things
little,
in, like the fun times.
Our own little souvenir that we have.
The times of, like they had, I have to look at it on the right one, but they don't have, the times that they have for restaurants are odd. This one here was...
Well, didn't we have our own dining or whatever it's called, time dining?
I'm not talking about the main dining room restaurant. I'm talking about some of the options that you can get. So specifically the salad place, which was called...
Oh, yeah, that's only on sea days.
Only on sea days.
It was so good, though, if you didn't try it.
We had it one time, and I wish
I
would have taken advantage of it. I think we did the last day that we could. I don't even see it on this.
I wish I would have taken advantage of it every sea day. It was fresh salad. They had more at that one than they did at the buffet. They had shrimp.
And they serve it in these big bowls.
Salad bowls, yes.
But we had like shrimp in there.
I took a lot of shrimp.
That was an amazing salad. I mean, you put on there what you want, but there was a lot of options in there. It's on the Serenity deck,
salad,
but it was only like from, I don't know, 10 to 2, which is an odd time.
And the line was long, but we got there pretty quick.
And then some of the other restaurants are only open like from like street eats. I think they're open from like 11 to 4, 11 to 5. And they kind of change them depending on if you're in port or if you're not in port. So I would love to have those available more frequently, because some of those, I would say that salad I could have had for dinner.
Yeah, Mary Ellen does the fresh creations noon to 2:30.
Yes, yeah. So I just wish they were open longer.
Angela, that's why there was none left when I got it. I didn't eat all the shrimp. If you wanted some shrimp, you could have got some shrimp.
You should have hurried up and got there.
I didn't eat all the shrimp.
Sherry also said she loved the Destination Fun. She loved the salad bar.
We never ate at the street eats.
No, we went to street eats several times.
I wasn't too impressed with the street eats there. Nobody was there.
So if you guys aren't familiar, on the Lido deck, which is where we had our room, which we loved, on the Lido deck, they have my favorite restaurant, and why I would book a cruise on Carnival is the Blue Iguana. I love the Blue Iguana. That's a winner for me. So they have that. And then on the other side, there's a Seafood Shack, which is a pay thing, which is for seafood. You can get lobster rolls and other things. And then next to that, on this ship, they have a couple of different venues called street something, I forgot, street eats. But when we looked at the food, I went almost every day.
Nobody was
there. But there was like, they were there, but they were
hardly.
To me, it was stuff that wasn't appealing or appetizing.
But like there was no line. Like the one farthest to the corner, there was nobody there. It was just like sitting there.
Sherry said she loved all the food, even the buffet.
We're probably doing a mixture. So I did not like.
I agree, Mary Ellen. I wish it was open longer.
I did not like Chibang that much. I liked everything.
That was another thing.
I liked my appetizers, but all that up until the main course, I did not like. So I liked all my appetizers, but the main course, I was picking at it. I think it was like a seafood pasta or something, and I was eating the seafood. But I think I got squid or yeah, squid or octopus, and like Nancy and her family were saying, it was rubbery. I didn't like it too much.
So if you guys aren't familiar with Chibang, it is it's considered a specialty restaurant, but the first time you go, because the celebration is so big, the first time you go, it's free. But if you want to go a second time, I think it's like an additional $8 or $15.
Nah, okay.
I really think it's what you order.
Yeah,
because
like the spring rolls, Lindsay said she liked those. I like the spring rolls
yeah,
too.
so
That's
there's
what I
an
got.
Asian menu
Mm-hmm.
and there's a Mexican menu. And it's funny, I had my mom, she's British. My mom makes amazing mole, chicken mole. And that's
like
because
mole.
my mom's recipes from my grandma Rodriguez. And they're from in Mexico, they make their mole different. So you can have stuff with like mole can have chocolate in it, so it's a little bit
That's
darker.
normally what it is.
But my mom from my grandma, they put they're from a place Zacatecas in Mexico. That's where my grandma was from, and they use peanut butter in their mole. So I'm used to more of a peanut buttery taste. And this one was more, someone said they taste chocolate. I tasted more of a chili powder taste to it. But
remember, the waiter was even trying to talk you out of getting the mole because nobody liked it, but you still took a chance. Did you like it?
I actually thought it was okay. The only thing is I wish they would have had was, I think they had cilantro rice.
Ooh, I love cilantro.
And I don't like, I'm not a fan of cilantro.
I love cilantro.
I wish they would have had Spanish rice, because when we have mole, we have it with Spanish rice and pinto beans, and they didn't have Spanish rice on it. So to me, just having, it's too rich of a sauce to not have the rice to soak it up.
Where was that in Mexico again?
Zacatecas.
Oh, George, I could see why you asked where that was in Mexico. Because I was kind of thinking the same. I was like, what? Okay.
Welcome in, Renee.
Wow.
Renee,
your name was changed to Renee. Okay?
She's fabulous.
Renee. Disney Nerd said my mom would make Liverpool scouse. What is Liverpool scouse?
I haven't heard of that.
I have never heard of that.
But life is good today. Woo!
Woo! It was awesome to meet Life is Good Today and Renee and her husband. And they were Aquaman and I forgot her name. Oh my gosh. Aquaman's wife. But yeah, they were that. They were really cool. They did a good job.
Ryan says, didn't you guys have an interesting encounter at breakfast one morning? Yes, we will discuss that. That was the fight. But
hey, Real Dead, welcome, Josh.
Welcome, Josh.
Mike. Excuse me. Two different people from two different channels, but I'm gathering it's Josh. So welcome.
Ann said I had breakfast buffet twice and no bacon days. So I wasn't happy. And lunch once. Never tried Cucina. 1 hour wait, and we skipped it.
You know, actually, another thing I liked was their what?
Jamie says a guy named Rodriguez doesn't like cilantro. No, I have a very English palate, I would say. I'm very British, like the foods I was brought up with because my mom's British. I have a strong English tongue, I guess. And for my mom, they call it coliander in England. My mom says it tastes like soap. It's not called cilantro. It's
I love cilantro. I could eat it by the bushel.
And I don't think it tastes like soap, but I'd rather have no cilantro in
I think
food.
it's a gene or something that people have. Either you like it or you don't. I loved, at least on this Carnival ship, I don't remember if the other one was like this or not, but the medallion hash browns.
You love those on any ship.
But these ones were actually seasoned with something, and I could taste it, and it was really good. I was like, oh my gosh, I love these. They were seasoned with something. They were not seasoned in other places. But yeah, it was really good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Real Dead. Thank you.
It is Josh.
Yes.
We had a
Josh
nice dinner with the guys on the 9.
We ate at the Pig and Anchor with them. Now, another thing with Pig and Anchor, that was kind of hit and miss, I think, for all of us, because I think we all had the chicken
I had the chicken.
with mix. Well, I had the chicken too, but I thought we all had chicken mixed with other meats because you could pick like 2 or 3 meats. The chicken to me was kind of dry.
Yeah, but we've had it on we had it on 3 Carnival cruises. We've had it twice on the Radiance. We had it once on there, and the chicken is dry.
Yeah, I
But
like
the sides were good.
Yeah,
I
the
love
sides were good. I think I had the brisket. That was good. I had, I think, pork. That was good too. I just wasn't. I love chicken, but their chicken was dry.
But to go back to Chibang real quick, I think
They said it was like powder.
I think when it comes to food, everyone has their own taste of what they like and don't like. I think it does matter what you order because I was listening to Ronnie and Teresa. Ronnie said he decided when he looked at the menu, he just ordered shrimp. Everything was shrimp. And
I love
he
shrimp.
said he loved it. So I think it depends on what you ate, but I was hoping for more. I think I would tell you they have a Chibang margarita, and that Chibang margarita was amazing. So for the dilly dillies, thumbs up. It was okay. I wouldn't have gone on a second time to pay for it, but if we went back on an XL class ship XL class ship, I would try it again and try something different.
Where was it? Oh, life is good today. Chicken was dry and didn't care for the rub. Sorry, my mind went somewhere. Where should it? Sorry. Mary Ellen Dill, they messed up my order and I didn't like what they gave me. Well, what did they give you?
That's scary.
Sherry loves Pig and Anchor. What kind of show is this?
That could either be Josh or Michelle.
Yeah. But yeah, I liked everything up to the chicken at Pig and Anchor. What else do we have that we don't like?
We got to speed up a little bit. So, I would say
we're trying to get to the don't likes and then the likes.
When we've been on different cruise lines,
oh, it's Michelle. Hey, Michelle.
The buffets that we really liked are like NCL. We've been on the NCL Breakaway Plus class ships. Their buffets are amazing. They have different areas where you can get Indian food, you can get Chinese food.
Not at this one.
No, you can get
I
pizza.
Wasn't impressed
there's
with
so many
one.
options on those ships that you whatever you feel that day.
Yeah,
this one
is kind of like
it's limited,
thrown together.
So I would
where
say
it was just mixed.
I remember a couple times we went in there and I was like, no. But there's not a whole lot of options on there for you to choose. I would say.
Wait, did you actually do that when you went up to the buffet?
Yeah.
No.
But I did like how they had on the side. They had what is that? Falafel? No, not falafel. What do they call those? The things from like that not Greek food. It starts with an S. They made it.
Shawarma.
There you go. Thank you. They had that. I thought that was good when I had that the first day. But I only had that first day. They had a gelato place, and that was good. They didn't have the thing I missed on this one is like on the
and new too
on the Radiance.
Thank you, Renee.
Like for Halloween, they had all these amazing little Halloween cakes, and they gave you big pieces of cake. On this one, they didn't have that. They had little square pieces of cake, and the funfetti or something like that everyone talks about.
The funfetti cake. We looked for it.
They don't have it on this class of ship. So, but we didn't even try it on the other one.
Well, it was a newish ship. They should have had a funfetti cake.
Thank you so much, Renee. That means a lot. Ronnie says, or Alma says, the buffet has gone downhill over the years. Well, they had a lot of room in it, so that was one of the wins. They had a lot of places to sit.
See, I only remember one area where there was food. You said there was more than one area, but the area we were in, that's where I saw the food. I didn't see any other areas with food. Like Norwegian, they have like Chinese food, Mexican food, American food. It's like all categorized and spread out. This seemed like it was one little area and then a bunch of places to sit.
Sherry thought it was weird the deli didn't give you fries or chips with your sandwich. You're the
Ooh,
second
the
one said
rain's
that
coming
because
down.
Teresa said that too from Traveling Gilberts. She said that it was odd. She's used to having fries with her stuff. We didn't go to the deli. We didn't try
Angela
that.
didn't like the dessert bar. Yeah,
Yeah, I had a few
didn't have
things.
too much.
I had my gallbladder removed, and at the beginning of the trip, I started trying all these different things, but I noticed my legs were swelling up like really bad. So after about 3 days, I started switching to more of a healthier diet because I was having the mochas from Java Blue. I was eating whatever I wanted, and then I started to scale back and try to eat more healthy. So I just went back to black coffee and trying different things. But so I kind of limited myself in kind of what I was eating.
So just really quick, some other things. The spa. I did the tour. Derek didn't. I didn't like. It was kind of like wasted space because they had the first floor was just where you check in. Then you had to go downstairs like a staircase, spiral staircase type thing, and then that's where they had all the spa and everything. Thank you, Renee, for that $10
Thank you
super
so
chat.
much. Thank
Matt
you.
and Matt
Matt and
I love you both. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We love you as well. You guys were awesome to meet and hope to hang out with you guys again soon.
And also, sorry, welcome in Samantha Paxton.
Welcome. I didn't
Ben from Pepper Tree Villa.
Welcome. I didn't use the spa. I saw the tour. It wasn't like there was no off factor. It was like basically everything that every other spa has. There was just no wow factor to it. But I just thought the first floor was a waste of space, and then you got to go downstairs to get to the actual spa when they probably could have done everything in one area. But they said that's how the new classes are doing it.
Another thing is karaoke.
Yes.
So, Greg, what was your complaint about karaoke?
Well, you couldn't go to it because it was dinner time when they would do karaoke. Normally, the ships we've gone on, karaoke is like later at night where you've had your dinner, you get a drink, you go to the place where karaoke is, you sit and relax, you watch people sing, you might sing yourself. But this ship, no, they do it during dinner
like
time.
5 o'clock. But there was a couple of nights that it was later. The
like
only problem
maybe
is
7 or 8 the latest.
It conflicted with other things that we
with the shows and stuff.
Yeah. So Anne said she had the strawberry cheesecake, which was over in the Java Blue, and she said it was really
cool. Good. The last there was smoking from the balcony.
And that can happen on any ship.
But we've never experienced it on other ships that I remember. But there was a lot of smoking off the balcony.
We love to have our balcony door open. We'll sleep with the balcony door open.
So you can hear the waves and everything.
And we had to shut it because we're not smokers. We don't like the smell of smoke. And if we walk through a smoking area, we're walking through an area that's for smokers. But people they're not supposed to smoke on the balcony.
And if you close your door and you have it on snowflake mode, which is what we did, because there's a picture of a snowflake and you have it all the way up, that room was freezing. I actually had chills, so we had to open up the door.
Angela timed out Renee. She said, I didn't mean to time out Renee, so sorry.
Oh my gosh. Renee, you've done nothing wrong. I agree. Karaoke was at a bad time, and it was in the Havana bar, which was small. Yeah, I wasn't impressed with the Havana bar.
Ronnie, I heard Ronnie, kudos to you. Raphael was up there on singing karaoke, and he was struggling, and Ronnie went up there, and he gave him some love and support, and was his wingman. So good job. Ronnie, it was great to hear that.
We hope Renee comes back. The last thing that I had a bad experience with, surprisingly, and I have no idea why, was the iron. They have an iron room where you can iron your clothes.
So wait to clarify. So on the ship, on certain cruise lines, you have you can do self-washing, like Dizney. You can do that. You can do it on Princess. Could you do it? I think you could on Princess, right?
I think so.
But you can't NCL. You can't Virgin. But you on this class of, you can on the Radiance, but on this class of ship, you can only use an iron to press your clothes. So go ahead, Greg.
And so I didn't like that about karaoke bad times. So we ironed our clothes, everything was fine. I went to iron my dress pants, and not even a second of putting the iron on my pants, I think the other side of my pants, there was like a lump where it was pushing it up. When I barely put the iron on, and it burned a hole right through my pants. Literally, the pants
melted
like plastic, and they were, when they cooled off, they were brittle and hard like melted plastic would feel. And I was like, what the heck? It was stuck on the iron. I had to call housekeeping and let them know. Excuse me. So yeah, be careful with your iron.
Yes.
Throat.
This is, you can see that I got the ship model back there. That was one of the things that we got on the ship. I also got Five Finger Freddy. Why do I keep saying Five Finger Freddy?
Because you're getting it mixed with Five Nights at Freddy, which is a movie. Nothing about Five Finger Freddy.
Fun Ship Freddy is his name. I got that celebrating the 50th year. And then we got, these were discontinued, but they're the inaugural celebration cups. We were looking for a shirt, but the ones we wanted, they didn't have our size. And they were like this one, which is, if you guys can see it, it's like the breakdown of what the ship looks like. We were looking for the same one, and they didn't have our size. Welcome, Pepper Tree Villa.
Dizney Nerd Herds, I don't know if my pants were made of rayon, and I think I threw them out by now. But yeah, I told Derek I have to get thicker dress pants like he has. He has nice dress pants. Mine were kind of like wavy, like papery type of things.
So
so now we're going to the good stuff.
We have one thing to talk about.
Oh,
the fight.
Well, yeah.
So
let's not spend too much time.
No, I know, because we want to share some of the good things, because it was far more good than.
Ooh, that rain's coming down.
Scrappy goes out there.
He wants to enjoy the rain.
So we were at breakfast one morning. Just Greg and I, we were eating, and the table next to us was where a big fight erupted.
Dizney Nerd Herds.
It was a huge fight. So it actually shook me up quite a bit. I didn't think it would. But basically, it was brewing from the time for like maybe 15 minutes. It was
I could see it brewing and happening.
And
we had to get out of the way, basically. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have been pushed to the table, and I probably would have hurt my stomach. A bystander this big guy came in and pulled the guy away because they were really close to an elderly couple, and they would have gotten hurt. And we checked to make sure that they were okay as well.
We would have been hit if we didn't move. But if you see some of the videos, because there are some videos out there, but there's a wall in the way. The person that was holding the other one, he was actually the bystander that was trying to help out, because that guy was literally punching his wife in the face.
Yeah.
And it was over.
It was horrific.
From what we understand, the daughter was crying because she caught the husband cheating on his wife. So the wife was crying, and then boom, it erupted, and they started saying things, "Get your hand out of my face," and then boom, he hit her. So thank God for the other guy that would come in and stepped up.
When the security came in, we had to tell them.
Like 20 of them coming in.
Yeah, we had to tell them, no, that guy is the one that pulled the other guy away. He didn't do anything wrong. We did, actually. I did anyway.
But everyone else was
like, and then our friend Gary came over because they were across the wall having brunch as well to check on us to make sure we were okay. So thank you for that, Gary.
So that isn't Carnival's fault. And when they came in, they ended up taking the guy. They took the guy away, and then I heard they handcuffed him once they left.
Oh, he probably went down to the brig. The rest of the cruise.
He was gone.
And the cops were probably waiting for him at the end.
But it just kind of tells you those experiences shouldn't happen on a ship.
And then another one almost, well, there was like some words,
Yeah, the
but
day that we had
there wasn't a
this-
physical fight at the salad bar
yeah,
that we did.
that one day we were in a Serenity area getting the salad, and there was like yelling, and then security had to come along, and it just
Welcome, Tiffany Peacock.
it's just it makes it feel awkward. But that really shook me up. And then we try to get out of there, and I said, hey, can we have our if we owe anything, can we have the bill? Can we leave? We want to leave. We're done at this point.
Yeah.
And we were done with our meal anyway. And it finally, one of the other guys came over and said, let me check you out. He wasn't our waiter. He checked us out because he asked us, are you guys okay? I said, we're fine. We just want to get out of here. And so he helped us out. So that was good. And we moved on from it. But let's end the show, Greg, with some positives.
So some good things. We like the size of the ship, the dining options, the
You don't
amount.
have to go that fast.
Well, no, I'm going through them and we can talk about them. So the dining options, the amount that we had, a lot of activities and options. We liked our stateroom and the shower. There were 2 theaters, different experiences, the layout of the casino and the walk area. So
the jogging track.
yeah, so dining options. They had a lot of places to eat. The activities, they had the roller coaster called the Bolt, but every time we tried to go on it, it got closed because of the weather. So we never got to go on it. The ropes course was closed, but we've done the ropes course before. We really wanted to try the Bolt.
Anne says, on the horizon, you could wash your clothes. That's terrible about the iron drag. I just used Downy Rincarillis and accept how the colors look.
Thank you. Yeah, I might have to try that next time. Renee, thank you for coming back. I'm so sorry. Angela did not mean to time you out. That was a mistake. So I was hoping you were going to come back.
So Greg and I like big ships. To me, the bigger
there's
the
more
ship,
to explore.
Yeah, there's more to do, and you usually can find things to do. A lot of people were saying they thought this ship was overcrowded. I didn't get that impression. It might have been where they were at, where they felt it was bigger, but
I never thought it was overcrowded.
I didn't think it at all. So and our room was on the Lido deck, which is deck 16. So the Lido deck is where they have the parties. That's where they have the Blue Iguana. They had the Red Frog bar.
I actually liked the Red Frog bar this time, and it was a 2-story one too. Yeah. But we only stayed at the bottom area.
So we've only stayed on the Lido deck on all 3 cruises we've been in, and I really love the Lido deck. I think that's where the action is. That's where they do the pool parties, and you're close to the restroom.
You like big ships, and you cannot lie.
Yes. There's just a lot more things to do on that. The dining options, even though they were limited in terms of some of the restaurants, there's a lot of restaurants that they offered.
Nancy cried riding the Bolt and then had to do it again because it made 2 runs in one. Well, hopefully you didn't cry the second time. I was leery about doing it, but then we never got to do it.
And then our stateroom. The thing we don't like on ships is when they have curtains, because no matter what, the curtains will come and stick to your legs,
and then you got to wash yourself off again.
It's just gross because your thoughts of who's been touching this before me.
Yes.
And then they had glass, and I thought
it's like Klingon.
I don't think our deck was any bigger than any other deck, like it wasn't a special stateroom. It was a normal sized balcony. But I thought the shower was big. I thought there was enough room. So
it was nice.
A lot nicer than we experienced on the Radiance. And I loved like the on the side of the beds, they had the lights, and they had like a spotlight that you could turn it so you could have a light like going into the room. It's like a book reading light. And they had all these different electrical stuff that you could charge your phones on it. So there was a lot of charging stuff on there.
Gary said he likes the windows at the Red Pub Bar. I don't think we went to the Red Pub Bar. Life is good today. The only time I thought it was crowded was when it was raining. Everyone was inside. Nancy feels Gregory thought I was going to fall off, was bawling eyes out after second time around the one time. Oh my.
Sherry said she loved the casino bar.
Katie liked the USB by the bed.
And
yeah, they had a lot of plugs.
And Sherry Awesome said the shower was awesome. So
Sherry
Yes.
Awesome said the shower was awesome.
Yes.
It matches her name.
So they had 2 theaters. They had the Central, I think it's called the Central Theater. Look at my thing real quick on here just to clarify it.
We saw one show in the actual theater.
Central Stage is what it was called.
And then everything else was in what I would call the lobby area of the theater. Where
it's like in the middle of the ship.
Yeah, it's like windows, but then they bring down these LED screens for backdrops and backgrounds, and then they have their performing arts and shows there too.
A lot of people complain that if you wanted good seats, you'd have to get there at least an hour early to get good seats. And for me, if I had to stand through the show and I had to go to the side, for us at least, we're okay to do that. I can understand for people that can't stand for a long time that they would need to sit down.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was unique when I was looking at what I filmed for the vlogs, and just some of the areas that I didn't even realize were there until
Angela didn't like
we
that
did
center stage.
I thought it was cool, and I would
I
tell
liked
you
it was by the coffee area.
I would tell you the shows there were kind of odd at the beginning, but as the show builds up,
that magic one. Well, we only saw the pre-show. We never saw the actual show.
And they said
I wanted to.
And they say it's once the pre-show ends, which is like 15-20 minutes, then it gets to be a lot better. But we saw the other one, which was I forgot what the first one that we saw there. But
it was a strings one or something. That was really nice. I liked that one.
But it got better as it went along. And then they have a theater at, I don't know if I remember now if it was at the back of the ship or what. I think it was. And we saw that one show about Paint the World or something like that. Do you remember what it was called?
In the theater?
I really thought it. To me, it seems like Carnival is trying to go more of the shows in terms of inclusivity.
Oh yeah,
like Virgin is
they
doing.
did have some inclusivity, which was nice.
I give them kudos to that. I really like that one.
I was actually falling asleep off and on during that show, not because of the show, but just because I was so tired. But I tried to stay awake. I was enjoying the show. I was just tired.
Ronnie says wasn't a fan of it. Daniel says
Color My World. That was the good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Renee loved the center stage. Daniel Fields was nice as I could walk in and that's what I thought how they did that.
Mary Ellen says, love the shows. I'll skip dinner for all the shows. Well, I gotta eat, At least bring your dinner with you.
Pepper Trivella says that's a good way to approach that, Derek.
Life is good today. Didn't get to do the bolt or the ropes course, I think they said.
Yeah.
Well, every time we tried, it was bad weather.
We booked it twice, and twice it was canceled.
Yeah.
And then the show was
sometime.
The violin show was Celestial Strings.
I liked that one. That was the other one that we saw the full show. The other one's the circus one we didn't get to see. When we saw the pre-show, but not the actual show, and they did that one twice, and we still missed it. But I'm a big show person. I know Derek likes the shows
we
too.
like to watch the shows.
It just didn't match. Oh, Teppanyaki!
Oh yes,
they had a show during Teppanyaki, but Teppanyaki was fun too.
But that wasn't our favorite restaurant. What was our favorite restaurant? We both agreed on
it. Was Ruth's Seafood Grill. Rudy's Seafood Grill. Not Ruth, Rudy. Yeah, well, it's an R name.
Rudy was the one that made our food.
Ruth was his wife back somewhere. I don't know. No, Rudy's Seafood Grill. Loved the food. Very good. That was probably our favorite restaurant.
Renee said, when we went on the boat, I controlled the speed because of my fear of heights. I wanted to be in control. Matt kept yelling at me to slow down.
Oh no, go faster, faster. Yeah.
So Holly also says
that's a roller coaster.
Rudy's and Teppanyaki, and Mary Ellen liked Rudy's also. So we had, to sum it up, we had an amazing time.
Yes.
And I would tell you, there's a lot of people
more good than bad.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people are harsh on Carnival because they're Carnival. But I would tell you a few things about Carnival. One, they're affordable. And two,
they are.
So you're going to pay for what you're getting. But two, they're fun.
Yep.
I would tell you the cruise directors on any of the cruise lines we've been on, the best cruise directors have been Carnival. And they have the funnest events. When you look at the participation of like the group parties and that, Carnival by far, of all the different cruise lines we've been on, they've been the most people engage in them the most?
We did have a little interaction with this cruise director, but not as much as Radiance. And I don't remember them doing a closing celebration like Radiance did, where you felt like a family and everything. So they didn't do that on this one. We did.
They did the farewell song and not MDR,
but not like the Radiance. That
No,
felt
that was-
like that felt so like warm and together,
where
like
they were
a
dancing
family.
on the tables. Yeah, they might have done that down below.
We did do a sushi making class with Angela. That was fun.
That was really fun.
I attempted to make sushi, and so did
You
Derek.
did good.
And
You
we
did good.
we ate it, and we took pictures with the chef or sous chef, and had fun. They gave us a spatula. I have no idea where they're at, but we got one.
They're in the folder. Or the luggage. Sherry
It's
asked,
like a mixer.
were we in the hibachi place when we all ran in with cameras and got kicked out? I know. I don't know if you were there, Sherry, but Raphael was there. He came in with.
Oh no, we weren't there. You guys got kicked out.
I'm not sure who else came in, but I just remember Raphael came in with a couple of people, and they kicked him out then. So I don't know if you were in that, because it's supposed to be a show, and they shouldn't be coming in and filming it. They were coming in like to have fun.
I don't remember hibachi place.
Huh?
The hibachi?
It was a hibachi and teppanyaki. They're the same thing.
Oh.
Depending what part of the region you are in the U.S.
I call it teppanyaki.
Yes.
Holly so we did a teppanyaki or the tailgating class and the pasta class. Love Carnival Kitchen. Hot Pepper Treeville said culinary experimentation is a good thing on a cruise.
Anne said they did do the farewell thing in center stage. Also, Mary Ellen said that. Okay, that was cool.
So, another thing we didn't like was that they had the Halloween party one night and the costume contest the other night.
They should have had it the same
night.
night.
Because on the Radiance they did the same thing all on one big night.
It just flowed better.
Yeah, we loved the 80s night. When you see the videos, Derek and I went all out for the 80s. We went all out for Halloween. Everybody went all out for Halloween and the 80s. That was a lot of fun. We missed the white party. Again, I brought my white outfit and didn't get to wear it, but I'll wear it sometime, and so did Derek. So we'll wear it sometime.
It's already 6:03, Greg. Can you?
I know.
We could talk more.
I'm trying to cram it all in.
Yes. I'm not sure what we're going to definitely try to release more of our vlogs coming out. Right now, we're about to start our NCL Encore Alaskan cruise, and I'm debating if I want to stop that because we just did. We were touring Seattle and things to see in Seattle. I might stop that and do this one because there's so much excitement about it, and there's so many people releasing videos. It's awesome to see different people's perspectives on what they experience. So we might possibly do that. So we're still doing that, but we are going to be putting videos out. Ben says, what culinary experimentation on a cruise for me would probably end up with.
So you're going to vomit over what you ate or what you made?
If you guys haven't seen Pepper Tree Villa, Ben comes out with videos on Thursdays. There's multiple people in the channel, but Ben puts out videos every Thursday, and some of the times he does cooking stuff in the kitchen. Ben, is dysfunctional, admittedly, by Ben. And it's always great to see him in the kitchen. So check him out. He did Frosties from Wendy's last week. So check them out. They're awesome friends of ours.
Mary Ellen Dillon said they did the contest and the deck party together the next week. I don't know why the first was separate. Renee missed the white party also. Gary, thank you so much for that $10 super chat. Destroy all videos of me and you, us 34 dances. Huh? Okay.
I'm not going to destroy it. Holly said, loved our cruise director, which was Lee. He hosted the most emotional military appreciation gathering we've ever attended.
We missed that.
He brought my dad in tears in a good way. That's awesome. And I love how Carnival does that. I'm sure was it in the Heroes Bar or was it in the Limelight Lounge? Because on the Radiance they had it in the Limelight Lounge. But that's awesome. I love how Carnival does things like that. Yep. Mary Ellen said
they appreciate military.
They did the contest and the deck party together the next week. I don't know why.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Okay. We missed the military gathering. We just did the military tea. I didn't know they even had the military tea.
Oh, we did do tea time.
We did tea time, but that was specifically for military.
Yeah, but the tea time was nice.
Yes.
You know, it was nice to do.
Yeah, we were able to eat that with several people, and that was fun. I had a chance to have my British roots and show them the proper way of doing tea.
And I think most of our group did the Dr. Seuss breakfast all together as well. We took up
a lot,
probably a lot of space.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. Holly said it was in the Light Lounge. Rob, welcome, cruising in the high seas and travel.
Welcome.
But Greg, it is 6:06 already. We need to end our show. But thank you guys for the love and support. I want to say thank you to, I hope I didn't miss anyone, Gary, George, Real Dead. That sounds bad, huh? But
well, it's REEL.
Yes.
Like a real.
They do horror movies.
Yes.
Greg has been a part of it.
Yep.
It's Josh from Adventures Ahead, and it's
horror movie reviews.
Mike from Lovey's Fat Life.
Yep.
They've come together to do a channel called Real Dead, and then also Renee. And so thank you guys so much for that. It's Cruising Karen. Welcome. It's all right, Karen.
Yes.
But thank you
Holly.
everyone. We love you guys. It's been, I will tell you, it's been very stressful the last few weeks. It's great to be back here.
Yes.
The friendships we've made on here have been so amazing. I mean, we were offered, because we're Buffalo Bills fans, and says, I have a spare room. If you guys ever come out here to see the Bills game, we have a spare room for you. I mean, how amazing is that? That's just how well everyone is here in the community. We love you guys. I can't thank the support. And
we've had people offer things that we don't even think we're worthy of having while we're going through what we're going through right now. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you guys.
It means a lot to us.
So love and appreciate and treasure those around you, because you never know when things can change. So we'll leave it at that. But we
won't have a show next week because you'll be working. So
we will after that.
Yeah, hopefully the next show you have, there will be decorations on this mantle next time for Christmas. So
but I'm Derek.
And I'm Gregory.
And a lot of you call us each other, but that's okay. If you forget, I'm Little Explorer.
And I'm Big Explorer.
And as Walt Disney once said,
we are just getting started.
Have a great night, everyone. Be safe out there. Love you guys.
Dilly.